Julius Ssekitoleko is a free man. This has been revealed by the Minister for Internal Affairs, David Muhoozi, on the floor of Parliament. According to the DPP, all evidence collected proved that Ssekitoleko didn't commit any crime according to the Ugandan law.
June 2021, the police file was submitted to the office of the DPP, and the DPP's opinion was that the suspect had not committed any offense known to the laws of Uganda. The DPP instead recommended for a disciplinary action against Ssekitoleko outside the courts of law. The DPP accordingly ordered that Ssekitoleko be released unconditionally.
The minister also called for adequate preparation of Ssekitoleko and other sportsmen during their trainings, and also put in place other facilities to ease the work of these sportsmen.
They amplified in unison by this Honorable House yesterday through the motion and attendant resolution to recognize the achievements of our team at the Olympics, reasonably rewarding and incentivizing sportsmen and women through the various proposals made in that motion and subsequent resolution. We reinforce and inculcate the idea of East or West, home is best and more attractive in the minds of these sportsmen and women. This, in addition to adequate mentorship during training sessions beyond mere physical sports training activities.
The opposition chief whip John Baptist Nyambeshe called upon the government to compensate Ssekitoleko, although the Deputy Speaker of Parliament Anita Among advised Nyambeshe that Ssekitoleko can use other routes for compensation.
Heavily indebted as a country. So the frustration that he suffered and then eventually brought here at the airport on handcuffs, and then is found with no. Government must definitely compensate Julius Ssekitoleko.
If he wants to get compensation, he can either go to human rights or go to court for that.
Madam Speaker,
I am just giving you a free advice, pro bono.
Other members of Parliament also commented on the report.
Must be another issue, maybe financial, from the officials when they wanted something and they used Ssekitoleko as a backup. Secondly, as we have heard that Ssekitoleko has a lot of debts here, I want to request the necessary authorities to at least help Ssekitoleko, since he's the national champion, to get something in order to motivate other sports personalities.
To consider ways of how to support our sportsmen and women in order to manage frustration. It is a fact, Madam Speaker, that most of our players, when they go to compete, they go with a lot of expectation. Partly because I think the ministry has not developed a clear system or ways of supporting the people who go to compete.
The Minister of Sports should take it up and make sure that we find a way not to allow our young people disappear when they go out to play. Otherwise, this is going to be in a record. They have already heard that Ssekitoleko broke no law, and therefore the rest also will fly off.
Honorable Asman Basalira asked the government of Uganda to apologize for what they did to Ssekitoleko and further caution them on how to handle issues that come their way. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among, put on task the Minister of Sports to report to Parliament next week on Tuesday in regard to the criteria they use while selecting those who represent Uganda in the different championships. It should be noted that Ssekitoleko was part of the entourage that represented Uganda in the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan, but did not participate. According to officials, Ssekitoleko didn't qualify and therefore had to come back to Uganda, but resorted to searching for greener pastures. He was later brought back to Uganda and handed to Uganda police, which released him on police bond. This story has been compiled by Isa Chigongo for Channel 44 Prime News.